let's take a look and see what's happening with Purple Hive, which I believe we've given the name Patrice or Patricia. I got this design basically from Fredrick Dunn, the designer of this box, and did some minor modifications to it, but it's basically the same design. Because I have a laser cutter, I've also put these plugs. So when I'm not feeding them sugar, my intention was this still acts as a inner cover. I drop this plug into the hole, then I don't need to keep this rapid round feeder on top. And the one thing that Fredrick Dunn did not happen to mention that I love is that these boxes act as a great storage space. So where I had my reducer, I don't need to go looking for it in the fall. I know where it is. It's right in the cover. So it's actually a pretty cool Benny. They've kind of glued this one down. The other ones were pretty easy to get off. This one they've glued down. And what I do with these guys is I take that, put that on the end, and then use that as a prop so nothing gets squished from the underside. I should have done like Cayman Reynolds always says, is give them a little smoke just before you crack the cover, or give them a little smoke from the front. As you can see, these guys are pretty aggravated with the smoke. So try to give them as little as possible. As expected, not much of nothing on the outside, but at least they're walking on it, which means that they're getting close to being ready. My 3D printed clips seem to be working okay. Look at that, they just started building out a little section in the center and then kind of gave up on that. This end looks beautiful. They're building that out very nicely. Almost to the very bottom. At some point I'd love to swap out these all plastic frames, but some people swear by them and say they're better than any other frames. I don't know. Come on, girls. I prefer to have all the wood frames. I don't mind plastic foundation because at least I can wax that up and get them working on it, I hope. Obviously, depending on the weather. We've had some horrible, rainy, nasty weather. So I've had them, this is a 2-week inspection, and unfortunately, we're only looking at about a week worth of work. Now, nectar, or in this case probably sugar, is just drooling out of this one. Tons of pollen, which is very, very good. It's a pretty heavy frame too. Couple of drones. I get better at putting them back in. Figuring out that way to. Some good cap brood. Again, my eyes, I don't see any eggs. Might be just something my eyes aren't going to see. In this really dark, I do see some uncapped larvae, a couple different sizes. That's a good sign. Some capped brood, uncapped brood, tons of pollen. Yeah, working hard at packing that pollen away. So, one of the things my local mentor has explained is that I probably should have put the second boxes on right away. So I think I'm about a week behind. They might be getting a little packed. Lots of capped brood, some drone, some pupa. Haven't seen her yet. Patricia. Good amount of capped brood. Tons of pupa, various different stages. A bit difficult to see inside. Got one already ticked off bee at me. Quite a bit of nectar and pollen stored in there as well. Lots of cap pupa. I think we're doing all right. I was concerned. I think we're doing all right. Not as heavy duty as I'd like. Don't see any of those huge flat plates of brood like you do in Cayman Reynolds videos and things like that. He's down south. We're up here. And these are VHS, VSH, or sensitive hygiene bees. So they may be a little bit more selective on how they are filling these guys up. I just wonder about those in the middle there. I'm hoping or guessing that that is just drone brood thrown in the middle, which is a little weird. But I'm hoping that's what it is, and it's not super seizures. If any of you guys want to comment and know more about it than I do, go for it. Again, and lots and lots and lots of pupa. And capped. This hive's going to be popping pretty quick as well, so I hope I can get them building that second box up in time. Because they seem to be a little bit slow on the building. Here she is. Good bit of pollen in there. Nectar. Oh, they're building this comb out nice. I think the sense of urgency is there. They're running out of space, and they finally have good enough, warm enough weather to do something with it. Looks like they're definitely wanting to start on this one, but they haven't got there yet. So again, kind of thinking it's really, well, they've been here for 2 weeks. I think that first week was pretty much a wash due to the really gross weather. Cold at night, cold during the day. So I'm hoping and we can call this really only with weeks worth of development. Let me see if they'll take any of that. I doubt it, but we'll see. It's the only thing I don't know. Well, not the only thing. Quite a few things I don't know. Not sure if those guys, because they're so young, whether they'll be okay, like when they get out of the hive like that. You know, clearly some of them are pretty small, so they're obviously not old enough to fly. Try to go a lot slower this time. Move from doing the submarine. Now my local mentor said because they have so much comb to build, it would be a good idea to keep feeding them right up into June. We'll see. If I have to, I have to. I'd rather have healthy bees that can build out plenty of infrastructure with plenty of resources than anything else. You can see how the different colors in the sock, how the sock wicks up the sugar water. And now they don't have to go down over, even down over the side. You'll see a lot more of them just stopping there at the front. That's number 3 all set. Now I do have a couple more pollen patties, some of that Hive Alive pollen patties I got from the local bee places.